without a doubt, one of my favorite cards ever to look at, and this one's a great example. And what I want to do is, guys, give you a better look. So we're going to pick up the plate. Overall, the card is stunning. A little bit of white on the edges. I'll see if there's anything I can do there, if there's anything to help out. But first, look at the top red border. Unfortunately, there's like a thumbprint, nail print into it. So it's not severe to the point where it cracked through the red. It's it might be savable, so that's why it's on the demo. And thanks for watching, you guys. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care, and before I zoom in, I'm going to zoom out. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to rely on humidity and just like the atmosphere to help me work on this beautiful card. But I'm also going to put a little bit of my card spray just on the table here. And I'm going to get a Q-tip, and I'm just going to roll a little bit on there. And I'm just going to get it a little damp. And what I'm going to do is first is I'm just going to gently blot the dent. And I'm not going to soak it, man. I don't want to get this card wet. I just want to get a little bit of humidity on the surface, a little moisture rather on the surface. And sometimes, you guys, just a little touch of this can bring that dent up by itself, all right? So what I'm going to do is just do this, and before I use any further treatments or any humidity treatments, I'm just going to do that a few times. And to give you an example, I just put a little bit of moisture right in the little crack, and hopefully, you know, when it evaporates, my card spray I make, it evaporates really quick. So when you just put a little bit on there, what I'm hoping it will do is we'll just get the surface a little damp and then pick it up with it. So it's not something that's all going to come together in one video. So I'm going to keep you posted on the entire process, and hopefully we can get this baby looking great. Stay tuned. All right, so check it out, guys. Picking up right where I left off. It's only been a few minutes, but I've done a couple. I just put a little bit of my card spray on the table, and I am just gently applying it to where that thumbprint was. Tap, 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 on and off, on and off. And as you can see, it's starting to go away. So what I want to do is I don't want to get too excited and keep going. I'm going to let this thing hang like this because I think we're going to get this all the way out. I have a little dot over there that has shrunk up nicely, but I think we can get this thumbnail out, okay? So that's about the best shot I can get at the depth of it now. It's only been a few minutes, and now I'm just going to simply put the card in the sleeve, and I'm going to put it between the two discs and just let it sit. I'm not even going to clip it around. I'm just going to put it there and just let it rest. And I'm going to put the penny sleeve over it to hold a little bit of that humidity in there. All right, I'll check back ASAP. What I just did was use my little dropper, and what I've been doing is putting a little drop of card spray on the two areas. And I don't want to let it just sit there and soak in, so I'll get the tip of a microfiber and just dry it like that. And see how it soaks up into the microfiber, how I'm wicking it up into there? And now I'm just going to let that dry again. But I'm being mindful of watching the surface. I don't want to puff up or get messy. So I'm just going to let that work and dry and keep on lifting up these little dents. So I'm going to put the tool perpendicular on the card. And I'm just going to go like this across it. Like seriously, like super duper gentle. I just want to see if I can get the... It looked like somebody shoved a fingernail into it at some point, which is probably where a lot of these little bumps come from. But I'm just going to go perpendicular like this over that little bump. And I'm barely touching this card, fellas. I'm barely touching it. It's almost like I'm erasing. I'm acting like I'm erasing like a little bit of pencil mark. If you're familiar with 86 Fleer, they are about the thinnest cards you've ever seen. And we had that nail mark, guys, and check it out where it's at now. See how it's going down? Isn't that dope? Like you can still see it a bit in there. But it has reduced, I would say, 35–40%. I mean, it was super noticeable. That's about the best I can get it.
Day 2 here, and thanks for watching along. I just took the card out of humidity. I had it in there for 45 minutes straight, and I watched it like a hawk, so it didn't curl. These cards are super duper thin. You know, you can put like a prism card in a humidor probably for a day if you needed to, or, you know, thicker the cards, the longer, but delicate, super expensive cards, watch like a hawk, all right? So we're going after this little blemish. It was like a thumbnail print. It was pretty noticeable. I mean, that was like the main thing. And I'm going to show you guys a couple final touches. It worked with me really well. And what I'm going to do right now is just go do the process again, just a little bit over the area. I am not using force. I am just letting the tool make contact with the area. I'm just letting the flat edge just go over the peaks of this dent to get it back down. And also, don't be afraid of your best tools ever, your hands. I just want to feel it. I don't want to create friction here. I'm just using my finger right now just to go over the bump, because I think we're right at the end of the road. You know, cards will give you a window of stuff that's fixable or workable, and you don't want to outwear your welcome. You know, you don't want to push it too far, especially with this. Like, any improvement on one of your favorite cards or a Jordan rookie is huge. But let me show you guys just from a day, pretty much a day of just paying attention to it, going back and forth with it. Look at this. That thumbnail print was huge, and now it's barely there. And that was just from humidity, using the corner tool, and using my finger a little bit. Thank you for watching. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care.